My Hero Academia Season 6 Episode 8 is scheduled to release on November 19th, and in this video, I'll be discussing the entire plot and spoilers for this upcoming episode. Credit to the My Hero Academia wiki page for most of the information that will be provided in this video. As the UA students were fighting Gigantomachia and the League of Villains, the students managed to ambush Gigantomachia and pin him down for a moment, however he blew them away. Dabi then revealed two of Gigantomachia's quirks, one being a quirk that numbs pain and another quirk that converts morale into battle energy and size. Creati, aka Momo Yayorozu, planted bombs in the ground, which once again brought the giant down. Mount Lady then opened Gigantomachia's mouth so that Pinky, aka Mina Ashido, can throw the sedative into it. Meanwhile, the students outside the wall of flames created by Dabi tried to contact the others, while Emily has Charge Bolt resting on her lap, asking if he is okay and apologizing for messing up earlier. Charge Bolt responds by saying the lap pillow he has is nice. Cellophane yells if anyone is still in range. Pinky managed to get past Dabi's flames using Acid Man. She tells herself to let her fear-stricken heart melt away as she yells for Gigantomachia to fall asleep. The giant, however, realizes that in order for him to reach Tomura as fast as he can, he needs to shake these heroes off of him. When he says that though, Pinky stiffens up and realizes that the monster she is facing is the same behemoth she confronted that day in middle school and how she collapsed in fear after she chased him away. She briefly imagines herself as a middle school student and ends up losing her grip on the canister of sedative. At the same time, Gigantomachia finally manages to shake Mount Lady off and flings her to the side, knocking her out. Gigantomachia also almost crushes Pinky with his hand as he was flinging her off, but she gets pushed out of the way by Red Riot and takes the full force of Gigantomachia's attack. Real Steel arrives to help Pinky escape as he says Mudman is trying to extinguish the fire. He also says he knows Red Riot ran ahead of him. Gigantomachia puts the League on his back as he believes the flies are no longer around. He then notices Red Riot climbing on his body as the young hero announces his name and how he won't let there be any blood. Before he can chuck his canister into Gigantomachia's mouth, Himiko throws a knife at him and shatters it. However, Red Riot managed to grab Pinky's when she let go of it and throws it into Gigantomachia's mouth, saying that he won't let her chivalry go to waste. Lizardy flies in and grabs Red Riot and pulls him away as Gigantomachia comes under fire. Creati says that now that Gigantomachia has ingested the sedative, they need to make him move around so it will spread faster. She calls out to Majestic and he flies in with several other pro heroes to take him on. Gigantomachia says the flies never stop swarming. Back over in Jaku City, Endeavor tells Tomura that no matter how much power he obtains, the heroes will never yield to destruction without conviction. Tomura responds by saying to Endeavor that heroes hurt their families to help others, the exact words of his father, which surprises Endeavor. He says that if that is conviction, then he has it too. Manuel and Rocklock carry Eraserhead to Tomura's current location as the latter tells the former to adjust his water flow accordingly. At the same time, Gran Torino gets on his knees and asks what Tomura just said about heroes. Tomura tells the heroes in front of them that he considers heroes to have only been pretending to protect society, asking how many times in the past have heroes turned a blind eye to things they couldn't protect or swept the filth of society under the rug, with him thinking about his own childhood experience. He says that rotting feeling accumulates over time, the trash coddled by being protected all the time, and fake heroes only serving to spoil a pathetic society. He says that the destruction that follows is a result of the recklessness of the current hero society, which is how the filth of society gets cast out, breaks, and retaliates over and over again. He declares this is the dichotomy of heroes and villains, something he believes the heroes are incapable of understanding. Endeavor responds by shooting a blast of fire in Tomura's direction, sarcastically thanking him for his monologue because it gave him some time to cool down. To his shock though, Tomura dodges by jumping into the air, causing Endeavor to question how he can still move. Gran Torino tackles Tomura to the ground and internally notes that Endeavor's fire has severely weakened, which is most likely due to blowback from using very flashy moves. Tomura turns to face Gran Torino as he tries to jump away. Tomura, however, grabs Gran Torino's left leg and crushes it before slamming into the ground. Endeavor, Katsuki, and Deku all try to reach him as Gran Torino takes a closer look at the twisted and warped face Tomura had. Gran Torino thinks back to when Nana Shimura left her son at a foster home and how she told him that she made sure he couldn't be traced through the family registry, believing that if All For One ever found out about him, he would most likely exploit that. She says to him and herself that she never had a child, but she slowly starts breaking down into tears as he embraces her to comfort. Gran Torino also thinks about what Tomura claimed his father's words were about heroes, and after connecting the dots, Gran Torino questions if the choice the two of them made was right, as Tomura punches straight through Gran Torino's chest, severely injuring him. Deku screams in anguish upon witnessing his mentor be pummeled, but when he tries to strike him with Black Whip, Tomura rushes past both him and Katsuki as he is aiming for Eraserhead. He gets stopped by Ryukyu, who grabs him in her hands as Tomura realizes he is losing stamina. Deku grabs Tomura with Black Whip successfully and yells at him that he won't forgive him. Tomura in turn says that he won't forgive anyone too as he elbows Deku right in the gut. Deku endures it, turning the rage he had towards Tomura into strength for his Black Whip, which manages to keep Tomura restrained, allowing Katsuki and Endeavor to charge forward. Tomura, however, digs through Ryukyu's hands, carrying a couple of quirk-destroying drugs, which the heroes don't know he has. He then aims for Eraserhead's position as a picture of Eri from Christmas appears. Deku notices that Tomura has become more agile and tries to restrain him as long as he and Ryukyu can so they can help Gran Torino. Tomura manages to pierce Ryukyu's claws with his hand, and the hero sees that he is holding a quirk-destroying bullet between his fingers and warns the others. Izuku immediately uses his new ultimate move, 100% Wyoming Smash, to stop Tomura, while Katsuki is able to destroy one of the bullets that he holds in his other hand. However, despite his efforts, Deku is unable to stop Tomura from throwing the bullet at Eraserhead, successfully hitting him in his crippled right leg. All the while, Tomura bites down on Deku's arm, believing that there's nothing that can stop him now, as long as he keeps his dreams and origin within his heart. Eraserhead notices the bullet in his leg and thanks Ryukyu, since with her previous warning, he knows how to handle the situation swiftly and rationally. Eraserhead quickly pulls out his knife and cuts his right leg off before the drug could spread throughout his body, while he also has flashbacks of his time with Eri. Tomura, who is still biting Deku's arm, can't help but think how cool Eraser is by doing that. Nevertheless, he continues to be a problem to him. Tomura suddenly unleashes a shockwave to break free of Ryukyu's grip and flies straight for Eraserhead, getting rid of Ryukyu and dodging Endeavor's blow. Tomura grabs Eraserhead's face at the same time that Deku manages to catch his legs with Black Whip. Yelling that he is about to clear this stupid game, Tomura digs his fingers into Shota's face as he continues to use his erasure on him. Deku yanks him back with a Black Whip at the same time Tomura is struck by a pillar of ice from Shoto. Tomura recalls that when he used Search, he detected him following Izuku and Katsuki. Then Deku strikes Tomura in the gut and sends him flying back before going over to his teacher. To his horror, he sees that he has closed his eyes due to the wounds that Tomura caused to his face, deactivating his quirk. As a result, Tomura is successfully able to heal himself with his super regeneration, and he looks to the heroes saying that as much as they delayed it, the only fate that awaits them is total destruction. Back in Jaku, Ignium reports that he can't get in contact with Shoto after he told them he would go get Deku and Katsuki back. Froppy tells him that apparently comm signals are down in a certain area. Just as Uravity says they should go over there, they see the civilians reacting to Daikaku Miyagi's news report about an enormous villain heading northward through Wakayama Prefecture and Gunga Prefecture from Kyoto straight to Jaku. He also lists several cities they expect he will pass through, which turns out to be a long list. A nervous Uravity asks if the heroes were supposed to handle the mission at the Gunga Prefecture. Gigantomachia is then seen approaching a city wearing his lower jaw like a mask. So those are the spoilers for My Hero Academia Season 6 Episode 8, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Once again, this episode is scheduled to release on November 19th. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.